सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम गणानां त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनशृण्वन्नोतिभिस्सीदसादनम्। ओम श्री महागणपतये नमः। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारंभं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। वासुदेवेन्द्र योगीन्द्रं नत्वा ज्ञानप्रदं गुरुं मुमुक्षूणां हितार्थाय तत्त्वबोधोऽभिधीयते तत्त्वबोधोऽभिधीयते। Last time we had seen Titiksha Ka, I think. We are on the topic of sixfold wealth. If you remember, we were discussing the sixfold wealth, and in that sixfold wealth, the sixfold wealth was under the topic of fourfold qualifications. So fourfold qualifications were the Vivek, Vairagya, Shamadhi, Shat Sampatti, and Mumukshutva. Vivek we had seen, Vairagya also we had seen, and now we are in the sixfold wealth. So in the sixfold wealth we had seen Sham, Dam, Uparati, Titiksha. Shama means what? Mano Nigraha, control of mind. Damaha means what? Indriya Nigraha, the control of sense organs. Uparamaha means what? Swadharmanushtanam eva. These are small definitions that we have to learn. Then Titiksha Ka, Shitoshna, Sukha Dukha, Adi Sahishnutvam, to endure the pains. Little bit of pain we all should endure a little bit. And when we start little, slowly, we have the increased capacity to tolerate more. So this should be our practice. Now, we come to the next topic. The fifth wealth is the Shraddha. So, Shraddha, we will read it out once and then we will understand what it is. श्रद्धा की दृशि गुरु वेदांत वाक्यादिषु विश्वासः श्रद्धा गुरु वेदांत वाक्यादिषु विश्वासः श्रद्धा. And Shraddha ki drishi, because Shraddha is feminine, that is why it has become drishi. This also changes as per the noun, the verb changes. So ki drishi. What is this Shraddha? Shraddha, what is the nature of Shraddha, characteristics of Shraddha? Guru Vedanta Vakyadishu Vishwasa Shraddha. See, Vishwasa, or Vishwas on what? Vishwas on Guru and Vedanta Vakyadishu. He has this definitions has been given by Bhagwan Bhashyakar, and you will see later on also that he will never separate Guru and Vedanta Vakya. Always he will take both of them. I mean, he doesn't only take Vedanta Vakyadishu as the Praman. He will always take Guru also in consideration. Why? Because alone Vedanta Vakyadishu cannot be understood. To understand Vedanta Vakya, we need a Guru. And on that Guru to have Vishwas, that is called Shraddha. to have the, because we will see this thing in detail just now, but initially we have faith on the Guru first more than the scriptures. Vedanta Vakya Dishu means scriptures. So we don't know whether whatever the scripture is saying is right or wrong, and I'll understand or not. I don't have any idea about it. But whom do I have faith in? I have the faith in Guru. I know that whatever he says the right thing. He will tell me the right thing. And I have full faith over him. So it starts with the Vishwas on the Guru. And then he takes us later on to the Vedanta Vakya Dishu also. So this is called Shraddha. So Shraddha is essential. Shraddha is very, very important. So we will try to understand what this Shraddha is now. We don't know much about the things in the world. Many things we don't know. Many of the things that are someone knows, but I don't know. But I know somebody who knows something. So I have faith, I have invested my faith in somebody who knows those things. That is called Guru Vedanta, Guru Shraddha on the Guru. So I gave him a chance. I know that he knows better than me. I don't know, but he knows something better than me. So I give him a chance to let him make me understand whatever he has, the knowledge he has, his understandings, whatever. I give him a chance. So for that, what is the procedure? I listen first. The only thing is I listen first. So you can listen only when you have faith. Sometimes it happens that when the faith is not there, you are not able to sit also for a second. You're not able to listen to, even maybe he's a very good orator. He may be a Jnani also. But because the faith is not there, because Shraddha is not there, because the tuning is not set, that is why the once he starts speaking, I feel I should get up. I should get up. I don't want to sit here. The mind does not cooperate at all. So that is why first and foremost, whenever we start taking knowledge, the Shraddha has to be there on the speaker, on the Guru. He will only take me because what happens, the Shraddha makes my mind available. It makes my mind ready for absorption of the knowledge. It makes my mind ready to drop the garbage that it has already. Because sometimes some notions are there, we need to drop those notions. If somebody tells me something and it is clashing with my notions, then I have to drop my notion for the time being so that I give an opportunity for that statement to percolate in, and I let it go in, and I experience the things as per that vision. I don't know if I'm able to make you understand. So for that, I need to first drop the things that I have already collected in my mind. So that who makes that change, who makes my mind acceptable, who makes my mind ready to absorb the things, absorb the knowledge, that is Shraddha only. If Shraddha is not there, then it is, it is a case where only Bhagwan can help. Sometimes it happens, no? I'll tell you later on, but it happens sometimes. It's very, very difficult that if Shraddha is not there and one is on the spiritual path, because there is nobody other than that Guru now. He has only one person who can guide him on this path, and he can take us ahead. Okay, so Guru के बचन प्रतीति जे नाही सत्य सिद्धि ते ही न पाए. So if one does not have the faith on the Guru, he will not have he will not have sukh even in the dream also. So that is why it is very, very essential to have this faith. I'm not talking about blind faith. This is not blind faith. So blind faith is for uh, for the light-hearted people, for the light things and all. When we are on the spiritual path, we need full faith. I remember one story when a disciple came to Buddha, and he said that I want to join the company of monks. So please take me along with you. He said, okay, come. So When he came, he said, go jump in the well. I said, what? Jump in the well? Said, yeah. Then he took him to the mountains. He asked him to jump from the mountain top. He said, what are you talking? Said, if you are not able to, that means you're not having faith on me. Then there's no point in coming along with me. So that is the kind of faith that you'll have to have when you are with me. If you're ready to follow me like that, then you can come to me. So that is the kind of faith. Because otherwise, it was a mere delusion. It was mere infatuation that we call that. For a time being, I'm just carried away by the power or by the luster of that person, and I want to follow him and be like him. But it is not like that. So here also, they said that this is very, very essential. This was our Shraddha. Now, Shraddha is how to encourage Shraddha on the Guru and the Vedanta. Yeah, I'm coming. So now this Shraddha is of three kinds. Laukik Shraddha, Laukik Shraddha. Second is Laukik Shraddha means worldly Shraddha. Worldly faith, verifiable faith, verifiable Shraddha, Satyapit, that is Satyapit Shraddha, and Tarka Siddha Shraddha, logical Shraddha. Again, first one is called Laukik Shraddha, the worldly faith. What does that mean? Like somebody tells me she is my mother. I didn't go to the doctor and I asked her to check my genes and match my genes and DNA. This is my father and this is my mother. That everybody, when they told me that this is my mother, I believe this is called worldly Shraddha, Laukik Shraddha. If some shopkeeper is selling some things, I have the faith in him that the things that are sold are right. When somebody gives me water to drink, I know that that water is drinkable. I drink it. When you inhale, you have faith that you are inhaling whatever you are inhaling, that you exhale also. You're inhaling, then you'll exhale also. Otherwise, you won't inhale. So you don't have doubt, you won't inhale also. These are called worldly shraddhas. Okay. So now next one is Satyapit Shraddha. Shraddha, verifiable Shraddha. That which can be verified. What is this Shraddha now? This Shraddha, this faith is, I can verify it in time. That is Karma Phal Siddhant. I can verify it. If I serve somebody, I'll get a good fruit. He will be happy. People around will be happy. If I steal, I get caught, or I am under a threat, or I am scared. That that has given me that has given me fruit at that time. So this is verifiable Shraddha. And third one that we were seeing is Tarka Siddha Shraddha. Tarka Siddha Shraddha means logical Shraddha. Like Jeev exists. Jeev has got Punarjanma. Now tell me, if somebody says that Punarjanma is not there, how will you tell? How will you prove that no Punarjanma is there? I'm allowing you to unmute yourself. If somebody asks you, this is logical Shraddha, how will you prove? I hope you, both of you, believe that there is Punarjanma, or you don't believe. 50-50 chances. Okay, let me tell you. If somebody tells you that Punarjanma is not there, अरे ये जीवन है, अभी है, कल किसने देखा है, होगा कि नहीं? Or tell me there is a case in the hospital. 2 babies are born, newborn babies. One is premature baby. The moment it is born, it is taken into incubator. So many strings are attached to it. It is away from its mother also. You cannot see the mother also. It's crying. So unable to understand what is happening, what is going on. The other baby is hale and hearty. He's on his mother's lap, nicely suckling the milk also. Parents are all, her grandparents are also there. Father is also there. Everybody is around. Everybody is having a merry time. That those two jivas are just born. They have not done any action right now. They haven't started action also. Why is this difference in the situation? This is only due to karma phal. This is only due to fruit of action. Fruit of action, when did they do? Last births actually. It has to be last birth. Prarabdha karma, yes. So when did the prarabdha happen? Because it was done last births, previous births. So because it is carried forward, so we can have direct experience from these things that Punarjanma is there. So we should be very, very firm in this that Punarjanma is there, and we can have better lives next birth also if we do good actions in this birth. And the vrittis that we entertain most, the possibility is there that the next birth will have those sanskars and will be born with those sanskars. Like a person who does a lot of satsang, naturally he has made sure that he will have a human birth only. Why? Because satsang cannot be done in other yonis. That is, he had made sure that at least human birth is fixed. I don't know about other animal yonis or not, but human birth is fixed. So in this way, whatever thoughts we entertain, we are actually making the blueprint of our next birth. I have some desires, I entertain some desires, I practice some desires. So I am inculcating, or I'm ordering, like we will go to the restaurant and order some things. I call the waiter and I make him note down the things. Then he places the order. Similarly, here also, when we are thinking about it, actually we are ordering our next birth. So this is called logical Shraddha. Okay. So for some, so now another point I wanted to explain here was Sanghatasya Pararthatvat. One principle of Vedanta is Sanghatasya Pararthatvat. What does it mean? That the body is not meant for the body, but it is meant for somebody else than the body. What? Yes. Sanghat means a composition. A composition does not work for itself. A composition works for something other than itself. We have to know what it is. Okay, like we take the example of a car. Now, the car is meant for whom? Does the car belong to the steering? The car belongs to the seats, or does it belong to the bonnet? Does it belong to the petrol, or whatever it is working with, fuel? Or does it belong to the hooting or the horn? Whom does it belong to? All these are part of composition of the car. The car is making, yeah, to the owner. So the owner is not the car. Owner is not the part of the composition. He is completely separate. So the owner owns the car. He is possessing the car. Similarly, the whole Srishti. The whole Srishti is in a composition. Anything that is composed, whatever is a composition, has to belong to somebody else other than the composition. This is the principle. So now, let us take this body. Isn't this body a composition? This body is made up of many things, is made up of um, uh, different parts, is made up of different um, blood and flesh and everything, whatever. Then there are different organs also. There are different indriyas, that is sense organs also. Everything is a composition. Who, whom is this? Whose is this body? This body cannot be of anything that is in the composition. So, Sanghatasya Pararthatvat proves, this is logical proving. We are proving it logically. It proves logically that any composition has to be it is meant for somebody else, something other than that composition. So there is something called a Jeev, and that Jeev owns this body. The Jeev owns this composition. And once the Jeev disidentifies, the body falls. This is called death. We will come to that later. So, this was our Shraddha. Now, Ishwar is Sarvagya. The Sanghata is Pararthatvat. You want me to repeat? Okay. Anything that is in Sanghat. Sanghat means a composition. Anything. Now, let us take the mobile. Mobile is made up of so many things. So, it is a Sanghat. It's a composition. So, it cannot be for a part of the composition. It cannot be for the battery, it cannot be for the SIM, it cannot be for the cover, cannot be for any part of the composition. It has to be for somebody who is apart from that composition. This is called Sanghada Separatatva. The car example also, the owner is separate from the composition. Similarly, this body also. This body is not meant for this body or a part of this body. There has to be some other owner of this body who is not a part of the composition. This is the main principle. He cannot be the part of the composition. He is completely different. He is just identified to this body. He is not a part of the composition. The body changes, it does not change. Like the fuel in the car, if it finishes, does not mean that the fuel of the energy level of the driver also is coming down. No. The battery is getting discharged. The battery died. We use this word also, battery died. That does not mean that the owner of the battery also dies. No. So it has to be completely different. So this body also is like that is completely different from the owner. So the owner is called the Jeev. The Jeev is completely different from and is unaffected by the modifications of this body. Body can modify. It can go up and down. But that does not mean that the modifications will affect the Jeev, the owner of this Sanghata. This is another logical Shraddha. How we are proving it? By logic. First one was Lokik Shraddha, worldly Shraddha. Second one was verifiable Shraddha, Satyapit Shraddha. And third one is this Shraddha, the logical one. Okay, so many things. So, like if we say that Ishwar does not know anything. No, Ishwar is Sarvagya. He has to know everything because karma phal is given by him. So he has to be knowing everything. He has to be Antaryami. He has to be Sarvagya. And he has to be Sarva Shaktishali also. Otherwise, if I have to give some route of action to somebody, like somebody is working under me, I'm the boss, and somebody is working under me, and I have to reprimand somebody. I should have that power. Otherwise, how will I work with that? And how will I make justice? It is not possible. So if the Lord is there and if he does not have the power, then he's not the Lord anymore. So that Lord, he has to know everything, omniscient and omnipotent. He has to be Sarva Shaktishali also and Sarvagya also. Okay. So as much as you have layers of faith, so much smooth your life will be. These layers make our life smooth. I have a lot of faith. See those people. I was seeing one episode, one serial in which there is a lawyer, and that lawyer does not have faith on anybody. He does not believe, he does not trust anybody around him. And another person, his friend, he is a very kind person, very, very kind, very, very homely, and he believes in people around him. So his life is very smooth. And he's continuously trying to make that lawyer understand that this is not the way the life should be led. Your life will become so much smooth once you start believing in the people around you. Otherwise, continuously, if you have distrust on the people around you, how are you going to live like that? Life will become a continuous challenge. It is a battleground. It is a battlefield for you. Continuously battling yourself, not others, your own thoughts. The enemy is sitting right inside. So that is why this is called Shraddha. Now we come to the word Vishwas. We are saying how to increase this Vishwas. Now, when the scriptures say something, it is not a hypothesis. When the scriptures tell us something, it is not a speculation, it is not anuman, it is not parikalpana, it's not a philosophy, it's not a myth. They are telling us that means what? See, it is a praman. It is called praman. The scriptures are the praman. What is the praman? Praman means means of knowledge. Means of, now how do you prove that this is a means of knowledge? You have to use it and see. Like we have got 5 praman. Our eyes, ears, nose, touch, and taste. Now, 5 praman are there. These are called means of knowledge. If I have to know whether I have added salt in the food, which praman do I use? By looking at it merely or by smelling the food, I cannot make out. So there I have to use the taste. I have to use my taste buds. I have to use my tongue. Isn't it? Whether the utensil is hot or cold, which praman should I use? Can only by looking at it, it is kept on the gas stove. Is this praman enough to tell me that it is hot or it is cold? The gas is off, but I have to touch and see. So there, touch. Touch is the praman. What is it doing? That touch is giving me the knowledge that this is hot or cold. The taste is giving me the knowledge whether it is salty or sweet. So all these are praman nalikas. Praman means what? Means of knowledge. So they help me to get some knowledge that is perceivable of the world. Whatever perceivable knowledges are there, these panch praman help me in that. But tell me, there are some things that my panch praman cannot grasp. I should have some other praman also, some means of knowledge also to prove that there is a swarga, there is a narak, hell, there is pitrilok, there is swargalok, there is something called atma, there is brahma. Who will tell me all this? This is called atindriya vishay. What is it called? Atindriya Vishay. It is not the Indriya Vishay. It cannot be grasped by these 5 praman, 5 means of knowledge. So what is it? It is Atindriya Vishay. So for Atindriya Vishay, this Shastra only is the praman. Atindriya Vishaya, Shastra eva pramana. Shastra can only tell us. And how do I know now? How did I know whether the thing, whether the utensil on the gas stove was hot or cold? You told me that I have to touch it and see. So to use, how do I know that the praman is working or not? I have to use that praman and see. Once, a small boy got his eye operated. So his eyes were operated. He was blind in the beginning, initially. Afterwards, after the operation, now the doctor said that you see, start seeing. So everybody, the whole family collected around him and they were waiting eagerly now that he will open his eyes. But he said, I cannot see anything. I cannot see anything. Everybody started smiling and they said, you have to open your eyes and start seeing. Without your eyes open, you cannot see. What am I trying to tell you is, if we do not use those praman, means of knowledge, we won't be able to know whether that means of knowledge is useful or not. So we have to use it and see. So whatever the praman is, the scripture, the sixth praman, the scriptures, we have to use it and see whether it is right or wrong. It helps me or it does not help me. So I have to start using it. Once I start, and before I use it, I need to have faith also on that. So on the scriptures, to have this praman, the vishwas, this is called vishwas, this is called Shraddha, vishwas on the praman. So it is existing on its own. It is, these scriptures are existing on its own. They are, Vedantvakya is means of knowledge. Don't see Vedantvakya as book or speculation. They are not some hypothesis. They are the means of knowledge. They are, how will I verify? How will I verify? Use it. We have to use it. We have to use it and see. So these scriptures only say Atmava Rishrotavya Mantavya. First is Rishtavya, Shrotavya, Mantavya. So it is continuously guiding us. It will tell us whether how to use it or not. So Shraddha is to have faith and then use it. Okay. So so now I hope you got the answer. That how to increase Shraddha? By using it. By using the Praman. Did you get the answer? Now you have to continuously use it. How to increase the faith on the Guru? Ask the questions. You will get the answers. You'll get the answers you get from outside or inside. It depends. Answers sometimes you get inside. It clicks. All the answers are not got from outside. Some words may hit your diaphragm, but then clicking is done inside only. Once it clicks, then the knowledge happens. So for the clicking, you have to have Shraddha. So again, when you start with maybe 1%, 2% of Shraddha, you use it and it becomes 5%. Again, you use it, it becomes 10%. Like that, slowly, slowly the percentage increases. And one time it happens that you have complete faith over your Guru and over the scriptures, that whatever it is said there is foolproof. I need not verify again from other sources whether it is right or wrong. In this context, I want to share one story. I don't know if you know about the Dashamosi, how to use the Shastra judicially so that no one uses Shastra as Shastra weapon. Okay, I'll take this later on. Okay. Are there any rules of reading the Shastras to writing it? It is like you are reading from the Guru only. So that is why always Shastra and Guru have been taken together. So you cannot separate both of them. So these ticklish, at least these ticklish Upanishads and mantras, they should be learned from the Guru Mukh so that you know better how to use it. Okay, my battery is running down. Wait a minute. Just the battery on. Yeah, Hari Om. Let us resume again. So here, I'll come to this, that how to use a Shastra usually. It is from the Gurumukh only. It is better that we hear from somebody. Once we know the principles, we are clear about the principles, then we can study on our own. But initially, I feel that it should be heard from Gurus only, Gurumukh directly. Once the principles are clear, then you can study on your own. Then uh, you won't be diverted or distracted by other principles, because there are so many principles also. So once it is clear, then it will be very clear. Okay. So what was I saying? Yeah, I was telling the story of Dashamosi. See, there were 10 very, very stupid disciples of a teacher. Do you know the story? You know the story? Then should I tell or not? Should I tell? I have allowed you to unmute yourself. Okay.
Yes, Amma.
Okay.
Yes, Amma. Still,
Okay.
this is a very interesting story.
Yeah, it is. So what happened that I hope I haven't taken this in this text. Must have
No,
happened.
no,
Okay.
not in this course,
Oh,
earlier courses.
okay. Okay. So there were 10 stupid uh, disciples of one teacher. Imagine his prarabdha, how it was. So one day they all decided that they have to go out visiting some other country or some other town. So this guru was really worried that how will they go, because all of them are so dull-witted. How will they manage outside, because they don't understand anything. So he asked all of them to see that whenever they are together, they should have a count. They should count each other. And finally, someone asked the right question. And they should count each other and not let each other go. So they said, okay, fine, don't worry about us. Suddenly, when they crossed, they saw a river. Now they crossed the river, and one of the disciples, after crossing the river, remembered that the Guru had told them to have a count before they move ahead. So they started counting. So the person who asked them to count stood this side, and he was counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. My God, where is the 10th one? Where has it disappeared? Then the other people saw, no, all of us are there. Now, who's missing? Then he started counting. He was leaving himself. So he left himself, and then again he counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He said, yeah, you're right. One is missing. Again, the third one came out and he said, let me count. Again, the same thing. Then all of them counted. After counting, they all concluded that one is missing. One must have flowed in gone in the river only. And that's so sad. We have missed one person. So they all wailed and cried and wept badly. And suddenly one passerby was going from there. Now, this is the Guru. This is the Guru who shows them the Shamusi. So he says that what is the problem? Why you? Because they are all brahmacharis with the tuft and all. They said, why are these brahmacharis crying? So he went to them and asked, what happened? What is the problem? He said, no, we were 10 of us. We had left the ashram. Now we are only 9. We counted. He said, all of you are there? 10 of you are there. He said, no, we counted. He said, okay, count. So they counted, and then he understood that their counting was a mistake. So he asked all of them to stand in a row. And then he started counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, oh, he's come back. Who was the one? Who was the one? Now, this question, who was the one? So he answered to each one. He went and said, Dashamosi, you are the 10th one. Dashamosi, you are the 10th one. Who am missing? You are the 10th one who are missing. You are the 10th one who are missing. So everybody there was the 10th one who was missing. So that passerby is the Guru who tells us about this. This is a beautiful, this story has been made by Bhagwan Shankaracharya himself. So this is a story that tells us that we need a Guru whom we have faith, who, because I am the one, I am the 10th one who will tell me apart from that Guru. We need somebody who will show me that I am the one who was missing. I am the one who's actually, who's the 10th one. You are the 10th one. So here, Guru is required. We have Praman, but we don't know how to use it. So Guru will tell us how to use that Praman. Okay, so they believe. So the 10th one is there, they believed. This is called Paroksha Gyan. What is it again? They believed that the 10th one is there. This is called Paroksha Gyan. Indirect knowledge. Paroksha Gyan. The Ishwar is there, infinite and beyond time, space and object. Who tells us? The Guru tells us. The scriptures, through the scriptures, he tells us. Logically, he tells us. This is called Paroksha Gyan. He will give us Paroksha Gyan. If it is there, and then you can question, what is it? Like we question our Gurus. We just have to remove. See, the 10th one was already there. What was the obstacle in not seeing that I was the 10th one? That obstacle has to be removed by the Guru. Are you getting it? The obstacle, unless somebody else removes that obstacle, I cannot operate on myself. I need a doctor to operate on myself. Even a doctor who's the best doctor in the town, he cannot operate on himself. So there he needs somebody else. Similarly here, to tell about what was that obstacle, who was creating that obstacle, the Guru has to be there. Unless the Guru tells us that you are the 10th one, this was the obstacle, you are the 10th one, you were not able to see yourself. That was already there. Something that is already there. Somebody has to show me. Like suppose this mala is there. This mala goes behind my neck like that. And I'm searching it everywhere. This happens generally with the specs or the mobile phone also. And I'm searching it everywhere. And you will ask me, what are you searching, Amma? I'll tell you my mala is not, I don't know where I misplaced it, I think somewhere. Not able to find it. Yeah. So many times on the phone, I'm talking and I'm searching the phone. It's so ridiculous. This happens. So you will tell, Apna, okay, your mala is on your neck only. So when you tell me that the mala is on your neck, are you giving me the necklace, the mala? It was already there. You're not giving me. But what are you giving me? The bodh. You're removing the obstacle in my mind that it is not with me. That is a Guru. We need somebody to tell us, because that knowledge, that thing is already there with me. I am that only. I am that Atma only. Dashamosi, everybody amongst those 10 disciples was the 10th one. But still they were feeling that I am lost. Somebody is lost amongst us. So who is going to remove that obstacle? To remove, you just have to remove the obstacle and see you're the 10th one. There we need a Guru. Who is a Guru? The Praman operator. Guru is none other than a Praman operator. He is operating the Praman called the Vedanta or the Upanishad. Vedantvakya, Vedantvakya. So we have got Praman. What is Paroksha and Aparoksha Gyan? I told you Paroksha Gyan is indirect. And aparoksh gyan is direct knowledge. Like, come on. Now let me tell you, if I want to see this book, this is my Tattwabodh book. I want to see this book. What do I need? I need the light. First and foremost, don't forget the light. In the dark, I cannot see the book. I need my eyes. Suppose I need my specs also. I need my eyes also. Then I need my mind. Then I need my Atma. Okay. Now, to see my eyes, what do I need? To see my eyes, what do I need? Do I need the light? Do I need the specs? I don't need them. I just need my mind and my Atma. To know my mind, what do I need? Do I need the light outside, the books or the objects outside, or the eyes? I don't need anything. I just need the Atma. I'm going layer by layer inside. Yes, only Atma. For knowing the Atma, what do I need? Nothing. Nothing. You know yourself by yourself. And that's for a split of a second. In the morning, do this practice. In the morning, the moment you get up, if you got up from a deep slumber, and it is only for seconds, there you know that you're there. You are not still identified with your body also fully. You're not fully aware of your mind also at that time. But you don't need anything at that time to know yourself. You don't need your mind also to know that you're existing. So you need only your Atma. So that is direct knowledge. To know yourself, you don't need anything. And all the other things are indirect knowledges. To see the book, to see the eyes, to see the mind, all these are paroksha gyan category. But aparoksha is what? The direct knowledge is what? To know yourself, to know your own Atma. You don't need anything. This is called aparoksha gyan. Who will tell me all these things? This is told by the Guru only. So Vedanta faith is now, Vedanta faith is not here. I saw the result of quietness by sadhana. I did sadhana and the effect comes. I did a lot of jap. My mind became quiet. The effect comes directly. So you have to use those things. When we start using those things, when we start using the praman, I get the effect, I know the effect, and my faith increases that I can do more. I have to do more. So here, when one is ignorant about himself, he can't know himself unless he is told by someone else. Because this is a paroksha gyan that he has to know. The Guru gives him paroksha gyan. Through that, now slowly, after practicing, he gets that aparoksha gyan, slowly. Okay. So dreamer can't realize and dream that he is dreaming. Is it possible? When he wakes up, he realizes that he was dreaming. During the dream, he does not realize that, hey, this is a dream. Why do a tiger is chasing me? I run at that time. I don't think that this is a dream tiger, huh? Nothing will happen. Let us go and chat somewhere. Let me put my hand on that tiger and let us chat. What a furry cat. I don't pat it and sit there. I run for my life. But when I get up, I laugh. That why was I running? Unnecessarily, I was running. So to make me get up, I need somebody else from outside who will knock and who will make me wake me up. That is called the Deshik, Upadeshik. That is the Guru who gives me Upadesh. So Upadesh has come from this only. Deshik. Deshik means what? Direction. Who gives the direction? Upadeshik. Someone from outside has to wake me up he is called the Guru. Okay. So this was our Vishwas. So Vishwas here means Praman Buddhi. And Guru Bhakti. Guru Bhakti is what? It is not bhakti of a person. Guru Bhakti is not the bhakti of a person. Guru Murti is Shabda Murti. When we do Guru Paduka Puja also, what are we worshipping? We are worshipping not his Padukas, but the knowledge that he had, the principles that he stood on. He was steadfast on those characteristics, the principles, the Shastra, the disciplines. I am worshipping that through the outer support of that Paduka. So the Guru is actually Shabda Murti. He gives me Shabda. Through those Shabda, some vrittis are created inside my mind that removes the Brahma, the ignorance, and the Prama is made. Prama means the Buddhi. The thoughts are made. So belief means a lot of punya. If somebody has a lot of belief, that means a lot of punya he has got from his previous births. Only then he can have a lot of Shraddha. So what does teacher do? Teacher gives you a vritti. And vritti I like. But still I drop it. I drop it when he says that it should be dropped. So words are given, word comes in my ears, it converts into vritti, the teacher's vritti becomes my vritti. So everything is, what is happening? Teacher's vritti is changing my vritti. Teacher gives me words, the words change into knowledge, my knowledge also, my notions are changed by those words. So in this way, this happens. Okay. So lesser is the faith, lesser is the sticking power of that thought. When the faith is a lot, it is like Fevikwik, Fevicol. It will help the words to get impressed properly, deeply inside my mind. So this will help me. So holding power, acceptability is very, very high when we have got a lot of Shraddha. Okay. So the Shraddha grows by following and using this Praman. Continuously, if we follow whatever a Guru has asked us to do, our Shraddha will continuously increase. You must have heard about Upamanyu story. I will tell you about this Upamanyu story. He was a small boy and he had gone to Dhaumya Rishi for studying in Gurukul. And Dhaumya Rishi was a strict disciplinarian. So he asked Upamanyu, what do you eat? So he said, Gurudev, I go out for bhiksha because the brahmacharis go out for bhiksha, collecting bhiksha. So from there, whatever I like, I eat on my way. He said, no, this is not right. You should collect everything and bring it in the ashram, and whatever I give you, that only you should eat. Otherwise, you should not eat. If I give you eat, otherwise you fast. Said, okay, Gurudev, from tomorrow I won't eat. Then 7 days passed, 8 days passed. Guru was not giving him anything to eat, but still he was hale and hearty. So he called him again after 10 days. Upamanyu, what are you eating? Still, because you're not, um, you look good, healthy. And what are you eating these days? So he said, I go to the cow shed and I drink milk. This is not right. That milk we save for the calves, and that is meant for the calves. You should not eat that. You should not drink that milk. Okay, Gurudev, sorry, I won't drink that also. Then he stopped. Then again he said that still he is hale and hearty. What happened? He again called him. What are you eating these days? So he said, there's a lot of foam on the jaws of the cow, So I just lick it and I try to nourish myself, because sometimes I get thirsty and sometimes I get hungry also. Poor fellow. He was a small child, 10 years child. So he said, no, that's not right. That is meant for the cow to lick the uh, calf and to to nourish it. So it's not proper. You should not do. He said, okay, fine. Now what happened one day? He had gone to the jungles with all the cows. He was traveling there. He was going through the jungles, and suddenly he got a headache. Suddenly his head started spinning, and because he was very, very hungry. So he looked here and there, and he saw a berry tree there, and red berries were hanging. But he did not know that those berries were poisonous. But he was so hungry that he took 3, 4 berries and he ate them. And as soon as he ate them, he lost his eyesight. He became blind. But because he was following all those cows, he was behind them, he could hear the bells, and he was following those cows. Suddenly, there was a dried well on the way, and he did not know, and he fell in the well. He fell in the well, and the cows returned to the ashram. Suddenly, Dhaumya Rishi said, Upamanyu is not seen anywhere. Has anybody seen him? So everybody said, no, the cows have returned, but Upamanyu had gone with the cows, but he did not return. So Dhaumya Rishi got tensed and worried and said, let's go, we'll try to find out where this child is. So they all, with the mashal and all, they all went to the forest. Torches were burnt and they went, lighted, and they went there. Once they entered, they were screaming and searching for Upamanyu, Upamanyu, where are you? Where are you? Can't see you anywhere. Where are you? Suddenly, Upamanyu from the well heard his guru and the fellow mates. They were screaming and asking for him. So he said, Gurudev, I'm here in the well. Gurudev, Gurudev. He started screaming. So everybody came around that well, and Dhaumya Rishi was very touched by seeing that small child in the well. So he said, Upamanyu, I will give you one mantra. And that mantra will you chant that mantra will manifest the the doctors of the Devtas, Ashwini Kumars. Both of them will come and they will treat you. So he said, okay. Then he gave the mantra and Upamanyu chanted it loudly. And Ashwini Kumar, they always travel in pairs. So they both of them came and they manifested. And now they from their bag they gave an apple and they gave it to Upamanyu. This is a very touching portion. Upamanyu to eat. Said if you eat this apple, your eyesight will return. Eat this apple. Now, if you were, this is my question to you. If you were in the place of Upamanyu, would you have eaten that apple? What do you think Upamanyu must have done? Good. He also did the same thing. And it's so touching, his teacher started crying. He also gave it to the Guru first and he said, Gurudev, this is for you. And if you tell me, then only I will eat it. Gurudev started crying. Said, eat, eat. Yes, Upamanyu, please, beta. We eat it. And he ate, and then his eyesight came back. He was taken out, and then he went to the ashram again. So if you have got a lot of faith, then the Guru blessed him with a lot of knowledge, and all those things are there only. He became a big rishi. Upamanyu Muni, he became. Later on, Bhagwan Sri Krishna also visited his ashram. He used to stay in the Himalayas. But what made him different was his Shraddha. Today we are hearing about him, hearing about his faith in his Guru. Why does he stand apart from other disciples? Only because he he didn't let his ahankar come in between the orders given by the Guru. So naturally, he made himself more available. Once we make ourselves more available, the knowledge that is the knowledge that is the uh, that comes from the source of the Lord only. The Lord makes the Guru an instrument and it directs towards the heart that is full of faith, that is available to the for the knowledge, that can accept more knowledge, and the knowledge will stick also. Now, do you remember the exact opposite of this was Parshuram and Karna example? Karna also had gone to Parshuramji because Dronacharya had said that I won't teach. So he went to um, Parshuramji for his knowledge, for Astra Vidya, Shastra Vidya. But Parshuramji asked him whether you are a Brahman or a Kshatriya, because he said that I won't be teaching Kshatriyas. So he said, no, I am a Brahmin. And then, in disguise of a Brahmin, he took all the knowledge from him. So there was no faith there. So he was actually with kapat in his mind. He took all the knowledge. Later on, if you remember, one day the Guru was lying on his lap. Parshuramji was lying on Karna's lap. He was sleeping, having a nap. And uh, I think some bee, some bumble
A scorpion, I think, yes,
scorpion,
Amma. A scorpion.
something
Yeah, a
came
scorpion
and hit.
stung.
Yeah,
Yeah, it stung Parshurama.
yes. And it was bleeding
No,
on
sorry, it stung Karna.
Karna. And it was his thigh was bleeding, and suddenly he got up and he saw the whole blood oozing out. He asked Karna that you cannot be a Brahmin, because Brahmins naturally by birth they do not have so much of Sahan Shakti physically. They have a lot of Sahan Shakti mentally, but not physically. So you have to be a Kshatriya. Then he told him about his identity. And then he gave him this shrap that ultimately, when you need this knowledge you'll forget. So what happened? Because he was not available, he did not make his mind available. The gyan that came, it also fizzled out. He forgot the knowledge, what to use at that time when ultimate fight was going on between Arjun and Karna. He forgot the mantras. This happens. So this is a stark difference between both of them. So this is very helpful for us because Shraddha grows only by following. Shraddha grows by using, by obeying. Okay. So when the teacher says you are the self, it will click. It will just click. It's a matter of clicking only. Otherwise, so many times we have heard that we are that Brahma only, we are Atma. It does not click because we are not prepared. Preparation takes the time. Like when we go to the kitchen, preparation takes so much of time. Eating does not take any time. In 10 minutes, the whole table is finished. Meal is finished. Similarly, here also preparation takes a lot of time. The knowledge will just click. It's a matter of clicking. Aham Brahmasmi. And it clicks, just it will click. I will have the gyan. For that, I have to make my mind ready. So that is why these are the wells, the fourfold, sixfold, all these are wells that will help me uh, become more eligible for this knowledge. Okay.
Amma, I had a question. I had two questions actually. The first question was regarding Shraddha, faith itself. That I was actually wondering about the story of Indra and Virochan when
Hmm.
he goes to when both of them go to Guru Brihaspati or Guru Atri.
Yes.
Not sure who the teacher was. So both of them
Brahmaji.
go
Brahmaji.
Brahmaji. Yes, yes, Brahmaji. So they go to Brahmaji. So Indra being the king of uh, king of gods, and Virochan being the king of demons. So both of them go to the creator, Brahma, and they ask them about the ultimate knowledge. That what
Yes.
is the ultimate knowledge? What is
Hmm.
the theory of everything? What is the ultimate source of knowledge? And Brahma says, Tattwamasi, you are that, you are that. And so
There's a
both of them
long
believe,
story. There's,
yeah,
there,
both of
there's
them,
a long story in this.
yes,
That
yes,
thing is in your right eye. He does not believe about it. This comes in Upanishads only. Then the Virochan goes away. He says that, and he is the propagator of Charvak. So he
Chadwak
says that
theory.
I have to believe in the words of the Guru.
Hmm.
Because you have to understand, because here there is a matter of tuning also. You have to understand what is the desire of the Guru. He is wanting us to inquire there. He has given us some pointers. It cannot be directly told. This knowledge cannot be directly told. All these are pointers. If I tell you that that is called Brahma, then I have already given it a name. If I have given it a name, Brahma, and it is not a Brahma. If it is black, it is not white. If it is cold, it is not hot. So Brahma word, Atma word is just a pointer. So here everything is pointers only. That we have to understand. Virochan said, no, I have full faith in the words of the Guru. So Prajapati, if he has said that your in the right eye is the Atma, so I believe that the right eye is the Atma. So he propagated Charvak in this way. But he said, Indra, he went back and meditated again. Said, no, there is something that I'm missing out here. I will go again for 99 years. Again he served. He again went to the cowshed. Again he was given the work of serving. Again he meditated and again he came back. This way 3 times. After 3 times, then that knowledge that Tamasi clicked to him, not before that. So we need polishing, we need self-effort in this. So we have to understand. So this clicking, we need to understand also what this Guru is indicating. For that also we need purity. If we are stuck up with something, some of our notions only, then we won't be able to merge our mind with the vrittis that are being given to us by the Guru. Our mind should completely merge with the mind of the Guru. Only then that knowledge will happen. Because the knowledge is already there. That knowledge is already there in me also, but it is not clicking. There are obstacles. These are the obstacles. Okay. So let us wind up here.
Yeah, thank you, Amma. I had a second question though. Second
Okay.
question was about faith, truth, and superstition. So a lot of people times faith and superstition, a lot of people they put faith so much that they do not realize when faith becomes a superstition, when faith becomes a blind faith. And the second thing is, what is truth then? And how truth is related to faith?
See, truth does not have any shape. It cannot be worded. It is beyond the um, beyond the capture of the indriyas. So, if you can capture it by the words, if you can capture it by the form, Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasgandh, if you can capture any amongst any of these five, then it will not be truth anymore. It is beyond these things. So anything beyond these things, it is called Atindriya Vishay. So anything beyond these things has to have a lot of faith. It is like pole vault jumping. So Guru, faith on the Guru is like that pole, that runner is running with that pole in his hand. And once he has attained that place, once he has gone to some height, he will leave that pole and then jump on the other side. So this faith will take him to that height. And then he will leave that Guru also and that Praman Vakya also and reach the other side. But till he reaches that portion, till he reaches that point, he has to carry the pole also. He has to carry the scriptures and Shastra and the Guru also. Guru Vakya, the faith in the Guru also. Because he is trying to he's trying to touch something, grab something unmanifest, which is beyond words. which is beyond any Shabd, Sparsh, Roop, Ras, Gandh. A superstition is different. Superstition means what? Superstition means uh, blind faith, blind faith. Superstition means something mundane, something related to the worldly affairs, something related to some lower categories. That is called super. That if I do this, this will happen. If I don't do this, this won't happen. A black cat is crossing my way, so my work won't be done. If I see a cow going, crossing the road, my work will be done. All these are superstitions. And superstitions are generally generated by people, by the society. You know how it works? There was a house where uh, some ceremony, marriage ceremony was going on in some village. So a lot of kheer was prepared. There were so many people in the house. So naturally for lunch and all, a big kadhai, big utensil of kheer was prepared and kept there. And suddenly one cat came inside, and the cat came. A lady there who was in the kitchen saw that the cat is entering to eat that kheer. So she threw some big, um, maybe some big spoon or something, and it hit the cat. The cat died. So that lady, because everybody was there inside, nobody saw this. The lady took that cat's body and went behind the house. It had got a big garden. In the garden, she dug some hole and she buried it. Now, what happened? The whole ceremony was nicely done. Everything was nicely happened in the house. After the marriage ceremony got over, suddenly she remembered, "Arey, this had happened." Now, what happened? Now the people thought because they killed the cat in the house, that therefore everything happened very smoothly. So after that, in each house, wherever there was going to be some good ritual, some marriage ceremony, or even something good, there a cat was killed. This is called superstition. This is how it happens actually. I'm trying to tell you the way how it progresses. In this way, these things progress. So it does not have uh, any ठोस any what you call me some principle on which you can say that it is uh, it is due to this. There's no such principle. There is no such principle in the Vedas also where it is written that a black cat, if it crosses the road, then your work won't be done. Nothing. It is all created, and the mind creates such things. This is called superstition. It is different from a ritual. It is different from the Vedic statements. It is different from everything. Okay. Shall we wind up
Thank you,
here?
Amma.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much for that.
Okay. We will wind up. ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ